Do you used to get confused and uneasy each time you hear about land document? This video is for you. There are a lot of land documents used in Nigeria and in Africa. And most time the way these land documents are being presented, you can hear people mention like 7 to 10 land documents, but each time you make a purchase, you find out that they will provide for you maybe 1 or 2 or 3 documents instead of the 10. So now, how do you know the one you need? And this is the reason you need to listen to this video. 11 important land documents. And not just knowing about the documents, I will give you the detailed explanation and how you can be able to understand them so that you will no longer get confused. And each time you make a purchase, you know the one to ask for, depending on the condition. So if this is the first time you're watching my video, please do well to subscribe to my channel and press the notification button so that each time we publish educating videos like this, then you will get notified. The first land document, important land document you will need to know is deed of assignment. What is deed of assignment? Deed of assignment is a legal document that shows the transfer of ownership from one person to another. Deed of assignment shows the history of people who have owned the property before. If this property has undergo several transfers, maybe 3 previous people have purchased this plot before you, then it's supposed to show the details of the first person, the second person, till the current person that is selling to you right now. So that is deed of assignment. So it shows the transfer of ownership from the previous owner to the current owner. So now, the second one is deed of conveyance. Deed of conveyance is similar to that of deed of assignment because deed of conveyance is the same transfer of, still shows the same transfer of ownership from one person to the next person. But the difference here is that a deed of conveyance involves any form of transfer of ownership. That is, if the land transaction you engage in is maybe a mortgage system, maybe you lend money to someone and the person wants to give you the property as a collateral or whatever thing, or as a form of transaction, whatever thing you want to do with the land. So you will request for deed of conveyance, which means you are demanding for the consent, legal consent, that that property is now under you, that you are now the owner of the document. And it will also show the transfer of ownership from the previous owner to the current owner. But the difference between deed of conveyance and deed of assignment is that deed of assignment is only when that property is being purchased, when you pay for that purchase. And that is why it is more popular than deed of conveyance. But deed of conveyance can represent any form of land transaction that does not involve direct purchase. The third land document is registered survey. Registered survey is another legal document that shows the parameters of that particular property. It shows the dimension of that property and other fixtures. The surveyor will take the parameters, the size of the land, the width and the length, and they calculate it and give you the total square meters in that property. Then they will also take the coordinate of that particular land. And this will help in registering the location. Because the coordinate works along with the GPS. So when they take the coordinate, your name and the dimension or the features of that particular property, they will take it to the Ministry of Land. And they will register it in your name. So that is registered survey for you. Then the fourth one is contract of sale. Contract of sale is another legal document that shows that a property has been purchased. And most times, it is the first document before the deed of assignment. And then most companies, like a real estate company, mostly use contract of sale. Why do they use it? They use it because they have not prepared completely the layout of that property before putting it on sale. So while they work on the properties, the layout, the parcelations, and so while they sell, they have to do contract of sales to show that a land transaction has been conducted between you and them. Because pending when they will do the parcelation, they will do the plot allocation, then pending when they will do the register survey and the deed of assignment. So that is why so many people use contract of sales. So it is not popular. If it is a land, the layout is ready, the parcellation is ready, they can go ahead and do the deed of assignment, do the register survey. So once you get deed of assignment and register survey, no need for contract of sale. Then the fifth one is certificate of occupancy, C of O. C of O is the most popular form of land document. So now, what is C of O? C of O shows that government has given you approval. They have given you the authority to use a particular piece of land for 99 years. This C of O came into existence after Land Act was enacted. And since then, what the Land Act says is that every land in Nigeria belongs to state. So which means the governor of each state determines how the land is being used. That each land belongs to state and not federal government. That is why they call certificate of occupancy. They have given you the certificate to occupy a particular piece of land for 99 years, after which it is subject to renewal. The sixth important land document is a cession. A cession is a process whereby a particular piece of land is being given back to the original owners for a particular developmental purpose. Like I said, I explained in the CFO that every land belongs to state. So state has the opportunity, the authority to use any piece of land in any state. But in a situation whereby a particular community requests to be given back their own land, to use it for a particular developmental project, then the government goes the process called a cession to return back that ownership of that land back to the original owners for a particular purpose. So now, and this leads us to number 7 document, which is a gazette. After the property has been given back to the community, then what happens is that the state government will now publish it in the official gazette of the state, where the details of the properties and the communities and people who are given these properties for a particular purpose. Once they publish it in the gazette, which means that property is now gazette. But now land document you need to know is deed of gift. Deed of gift is a legal document that shows that a particular property has been transferred from the original owner, which is the donor, to the receiver. An uncle can give to a niece, can give to a nephew, can give to anybody. It shows that this property does no longer belong to the original owner. It is now given to so and so person as a gift. And in most cases, it is not revocable in case of the future. And once a deed of gift is given to you, it's done properly. So the recent owner, the new owner becomes the original owner forever. Number 9 land document is payment receipt. Payment receipt shows that the seller of the property has acknowledged that a deposit, a payment for that particular property has been made by the purchaser. So payment receipt is so vital because that is the first step. It is after a request for the payment receipt, then followed by contract of sales, deed of assignment, register survey, and whatever document you were told that the property has. The third document is power of attorney. Power of attorney is a legal document that gives one person an authority to represent another person in a matter relating to land transactions, especially when the person who is purchasing the land is not in position to make that decision. So it can be dedicated to a sibling, a brother, a relative, or your lawyer can act on your behalf. That is power of attorney for you. But in most cases, it is not applied in most of the properties. There are credible real estate companies like Homeland Group. Now you don't have that need for anybody representing you because that place is where you have to act. Somebody have to act on your behalf, maybe filling the form, signing your signatures. Homeland Group will send you that form where you have to print it out, fill the form, sign your signature, and scan it and send back to the company. And the company will use your details, your signature, everything to prepare your document and will bill it to you in any part of the world where you reside. Then the last but not the least, which is governor's consent. Governor's consent is a document. It's a legal document that shows that government has given approval to use that particular property. Most of these properties that have government consent are majorly properties from government that were released to the private sectors for a particular developmental project or a kind of partnership or whatsoever agreement they made. So then, in summary, I want you to understand that most of these documents listed here are not applicable in every transaction. What are most generally used are the payment receipt. Anytime you make a deposit for a particular purchase of a particular property. Second one is contract of sales, which is that if deed of assignment and registered survey are not ready at that moment, then they will prepare contract of sales for you. But in a situation whereby that particular property has been prepared, the deed of assignment, because deed of assignment is being done with beacon number, which means that property has been surveyed, being given a registered beacon number. And with that beacon number, that is what they will use to prepare the deed of assignment. After that, then the next stage you go for is C of O. Any property that has registered survey, deed of assignment, then the next thing, if you are willing to go for C of O, then you can proceed. So, my name is Engineer Jika Ahwal. I am a real estate developer and investor. If you got value on this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel so that each time we publish beautiful content like this, you get notified. Thank you very much until we meet again.